All right, I wanted to put my thoughts in on this whole ban, or not ban, but character deletion, exploit, deleting gold, deleting items thing. Fantastic move. I will preface this by saying it's a fantastic move by Steven. Even in an alpha, I think they should be firm on these things. However, I'm seeing a lot of commentary out there, and because the kids call me based or whatever the fuck, I guess that means you're telling the truth. I don't know why every generation needs new words for things. We have all these damn words. Like, can't we just use the same words we used to use? I don't know. Sorry for the rant, but Rive is apparently based. That's it, which is, I tell the truth. I guess that's, why can't we just say that? I don't know why we can't just say that. But putting another spin on it, I've seen developers do this before. People are acting like developers have never, ever targeted individual accounts for sanctions, for punishment in an MMO. Like, Intrepid is revolutionizing everything by doing this. This has happened many times. Many times MMOs have done this. The problem I've seen a lot of times when this kind of stuff happens is the wrong people end up getting hit with stuff. That's one thing that can happen. Another thing that happens probably even more than that is a lot of the dupes never get caught. They don't catch every exploiter. This is like when you talk about bots, they don't catch every bot when they do a bot ban wave. And how many MMOs have you seen where they ban bots? That's individual accounts getting banned, not a new thing. The other people say, well, for Ashes, they're going to have a sub that'll deter bots. No, it will not deter bots. It will not deter exploiting. World of Warcraft Classic, all you got to do is pay $15 a month. Same as Ashes is going to be at launch. When they ban bots, usually within a week, the same amount of bots are out there farming in the exact same spots. It never ends. It's a never-ending cycle. And people are like, they look at this like Eye of Shoal technology that they talked about, which is just words. It's probably not a real system yet. And they act like, well, this is revolutionary. Nobody's ever done this. I'm pretty sure every single developer has databases and logs. That's what the Eye of Shoal is. It's nothing new. What would be new is if it's very sophisticated to the point of getting things very accurate. That's where it would be new. So what I want to do is I will say again, I'm very happy that they are doing these steps, that they're taking these harsh punishments on these people. But I want to wait until like next week sometime to figure out, till the dust settles, we figure out, did they actually get all the dupe shit out? Did they actually not ban the wrong people? Or not ban. I know they're not banning. They're deleting some accounts that were the worst offenders. That's what I want to do. I want to look at that and decide how good of a job did they actually do. If they did a great job, by next week, I will come on here and I'll tell you guys they did a great job. However, I will not go to the point of saying that by launch, they're going to have a situation where they'll never have exploits, they'll never have a bot issue, because this is such a hard problem to solve. Like, you can say all these things, say you're going to be tough on it. It's not like any other developer out there wants bots or exploits in their game and that they haven't tried. Like, every developer tries, man. Like, they're trying for sure. And I look at a game like Ashes where you can't even like right click people in chat to invite them, I mean, just so many basic features that every MMO has had forever. I know it's alpha. I know people are going to say, well, it's just alpha Rive. But there's no guild features at all. The PvP is so ridiculously broken. The draw distance is ridiculously broken. The servers have improved a lot, and I get it. People are going to say, but Rive, Phase 1 is just for server stability. And yes, I get that. And they are making great strides there. But from a content perspective, we're in like alpha 0.5, guys. This game has such a long ways to go to make the case that they've got everything solved when it comes to exploits, and this will be the only time this ever happens, and we're never going to have to deal with something like this again. I don't think that's a fair estimation yet. However, it's a good sign that they are tracking this and trying to do these things. I want to bring it down a little bit and not try to sound like this. They've got everything figured out and there's not going to be any issues going forward. That being said, I'm as invested in this project as anybody. I just tend to be a little more critical and I guess based as well. Because I've seen this song and dance so many times where people are like, this developer is doing things differently. And, and then the game actually launches, and it's the same stuff of every other MMO ever. That's kind of where I'm coming from with this. I love this game. I'm as invested as anybody could be. It'd be hard to find anybody that's more invested in this project than I am. And I've made that case before. I'm not going to make this video 10 minutes longer by making that case again. But just know I love this project, but I love it from a place of I'm going to try to be real with my feedback and not like, oh my God, you guys do everything perfect, because Intrepid far from does everything perfect. What I want by launch to be able to say Intrepid does everything really, really good. Like perfect is not a word that really is a thing, but Intrepid is fantastic in the way they handle everything. I personally can't say that right now. I think that they do as good as they can. I think they're doing great, but I think there's a lot more they could do. And I think, there's a lot of communication issues, and we've talked about this, like, the content creator program for years and years. Where was that? I don't care. I won't be in it, I'm sure, but, and then delays after delays and missed dates. They've never really hit a date on anything. Like, I get it. And these things happen in development, and it is open development. So like we're seeing things that you don't normally see. Every project has had delays. Throne of Liberty was delayed how many times, but it wasn't a huge deal. It wasn't in the public eye because it's a closed development project. So I get it. I get the perspectives of it's just alpha, it's just open development. I get all these things, but I want to pull back on the excess praise that Intrepid always gets. And it's not from a place of hate. I love those guys. I love Planendorf and Steven and all these guys. Planendorf's the only dev that really has ever talked to me, so that's why I like him, But other than that, I love the game. I do love the game, even in its current very, very scuffed state. Not because I think it's a game that will appeal to a lot of people, but because it appeals to like my play style. And even in the scuffed state it is, I'm putting ridiculous amounts of time into it. And I'm happy. I'm happy yet again. I'll say it I don't know how many times I've said it. I'm very happy that they're doing this, but let's just pull back, just slightly pull back and say, let's kind of see what happens. Let's see what actually happens with this before we go too overboard with our praise. Because I think, and this will be my final point, I know I've rambled for a long time, but I think Intrepid actually wants some constructive criticism. Obviously, if you're just always negative, that's bad. And we've seen that, and I hope I'm not that. I don't think I'm that, but they need some criticism in order to make this into a great game. And so that's kind of the angle that I'm taking with a lot of my commentary, and that's where I'll hopefully stay. Anyways, feels like I rambled for a long time, but it's only 8 minutes. I'll see you guys in the next video, or whatever I used to say in videos. I think that's what I said. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. See you in the servers later, and you can gig me, and it'll be a good time. We'll see you guys.